Going to the gym for the first time can be rough. Not because it's hard to get in shape, but because you don't know what you are doing. You go into the gym and you see somebody put 3 plates on the bench and start repping it. Or maybe you see a girl taking booty pics. Or whatever that guy's doing. Well, now you spent the first few days at the gym and everything's going great, but you don't know if you're doing everything right. Well, in today's video, I've compiled the 3 most common mistakes new lifters make. And at the end of the video, I added a bonus tip that will help you get gains faster. The first mistake that you have is you have bad form. Everybody at one point in their fitness journey has had bad form. How can I fix bad form? Well, you should be asking, how can I improve bad form? Because form is almost like its own muscle. The more you keep working at the techniques, the better you'll get. Most people won't get good deadlift form on their first try. So how can I improve my form? Well, I can spend all day telling you how to get better at lifting, but I have a more realistic and gradual strategy. Record and compare. Record yourself doing a workout, like, I don't know, squatting, and compare it to a professional's video, either on YouTube or on any other social media platform. Observe how they do it and how you can improve your technique to better match theirs. I would suggest slowing down both videos just so you can get every single detail of what they're doing and what you're doing. And I know a lot of you don't feel comfortable recording in a public gym, and that's completely okay. You can go home and record yourself doing the motions of the exercise. Trust me, how I was able to finally correct my deadlift form was to start recording myself and study how others do it. And your form won't be fixed right away. It took me months to finally correct my form in most of my workouts. Like I said earlier, keep on practicing. Most of the form mistakes come from the big 3 compound exercises: squat, bench, and deadlift. And I would like to give you one starter tip for each. For squat, make sure that your knees don't cave in. For bench, drive with your legs. It's a compound movement, which means that it works multiple muscle groups. So adding leg drive will certainly get you a stronger bench. Finally, for deadlift, make sure that your back is flat. People are just hurting themselves at this point deadlifting like this. Now, if you feel like none of this advice is working so far, I would suggest getting advice from others, whether that be your friends, other people from the gym, fitness influencers, or even personal trainer. Don't be afraid to ask people for help. Now, bad form isn't the only thing that's holding you back. Even if your form is perfect, you may be still lifting with the wrong weights. That leads us to mistake number 2, lifting too heavy or lifting too light. You might just be an ego lifter, somebody who lifts heavy weights with unimaginably bad form, but you can change that. Prioritize form over weight. So stop trying to squat with bad form in front of your friends just like this. Come on, we're not 12 here. You need to lower the weight enough to where you can do proper form, but don't go too light. Going too light, well, yes, you'll have better form, but you won't be seeing as much gains. You might be thinking that you will if you do higher repetitions, but at that point, you're honestly doing more cardio than anything else. There is a median though. Push your limits to where you can do the right form till failure. When you go this hard, that's where you'll see the most gains. My advice to you is to not go higher than 10 reps on any workout. Work with lower sets and heavier weights. Once you do that, and you keep getting stronger and stronger, we can add progressive overload. This is when you gradually increase the weight, frequency, and number of repetitions in your strength training routine. I recommend increasing 2.5 to 5 pounds per week. That way, you won't keep failing the same PR attempt every time. Like, let's just say you finally bench 135, but then you try going up to 185 and you fail. That's because it's such a big jump. But if you do progressive overload, eventually you will hit 185 over time. So progressive overload will give you the formula to hit PRs gradually. Now, what's also important is rest time. Don't hit a heavy set till failure, drink a water, and then go back to hitting another set. You need 2 to 5 minutes between every set, depending on the intensity. It's all about being consistent with your lifts. And well, I hope you aren't. Mistake number 3, not being consistent. Progress is impossible without consistency. You can't go to the gym 1 month at a time and expect to get stronger. Even if you hit a PR that day, your gains will be heavily affected by your laziness. Because that 1 month you were away from the gym, your body starts to get comfortable and you lose your muscle again. So you gotta have a plan. And if you are just getting started, I would suggest going to the gym 3 to 5 days a week. That's because going 5+ days will burn you out right away. And having a burnout at the beginning of your fitness journey is not good. Being consistent also isn't just with the gym. It's also with your rest days. Taking the proper amount of rest is crucial. because it lets your muscles get back to strength. I also tend to sleep 7 to 8 hours because when you're resting, that's where your muscles begin to grow. Also, I would be careful with what you're eating as well. If you're eating a bunch of junk food, you'll probably be gaining more fat than muscle. And if you're not eating enough, then you'll just be a skinny stick. I will touch on nutrition and how it affects your body in another video, so subscribe to stay tuned. Next up, I would suggest splitting your workout into 3 sections: push, pull, and legs. That way, you'll have enough rest in between each muscle group. Like, let's just say you hit legs the first day, then 2 days later, your legs will be fully recovered to go again. And that's when the next time you hit it. Adding rest to your routine is crucial to consistency. Lift smarter and not harder. So consistency is really simple then. Just follow the same pattern every week. That way you'll build a habit. Well, it's a lot easier said than done. I recommend following the 21-day rule. If you do something that's not a habit for you, maybe like lifting, over the course of 21 days, then you will build a new habit. The bonus tip I alluded to earlier is to track your progress. Getting big is a long and grueling process. What gets you more motivated though is when you look back and see where you came from. Write down every single lift, every single rest day you take, and also every single thought that's going through your head during the workout. Because you'll start to see patterns of what's working and what isn't. Tracking progress will build motivation and consistency. It also ties back to progressive overload and form that I've discussed earlier. Because taking notes on how you've done with those things, you will start to get a better grasp at it. Be patient, and with time, you will start to see yourself grow right before your eyes. I want you to try this. Take a mirror picture right now and don't look at it for 30 days. Keep training, track your lifts, and after 30 days, take a look of that picture again and compare yourself. You'll be shocked at how much you've grown. Going to the gym will make you way more attractive. I said it. Women will look at you differently when they see the person that you've built in the gym. Want more tips on how to become attractive? Well, check this video out next that gives you my 5 best tips on how to become more attractive.